Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Soul Talk with Cash. This is where we take control of our thoughts and tailor them to make lasting positive impacts on our lives. Today, I'm being joined by a very special person. The person who I have to join me today is none other than my husband.
Hello everyone, I'm Kashina's husband, Robert Francis.
And I am Kashina Allardyce Francis. And today we're going to be discussing about how do you give your wife support, or how he assists me in supporting me through our marriage. Well, we've been married now 12 years and counting. And so we're just going to share with you some of the things that we have learned and how this may help you in your relationship. Now, I'm really happy that you're joining me on this platform today.
Thank you for having me.
So, what we'll be discussing today are whether or not there are male roles or female roles in the home, and how we view that and how we have treated that in our relationship. So, do you think that there are roles specifically for husbands and roles specifically for wives? How do you treat that?
Yes, based on how we were cultured, if we should follow the culture, then there are specific roles for male and specific role for female. But generally speaking, when you look at life from a practical perspective, there is no role for male and there is no role for female. Because at times your circumstance will dictate a lot of stuff.
Right. Well, before I got married to this young man, and oftentimes when I would visit his home, I recognized that he was very industrious. His home was tidy. He was the one who cleaned his own room. He was very handy around the home, and he cooks well. And having acknowledged those things, it wasn't just a one-off instance, but I noticed that this was something that he was taught, and I knew from that moment that he wasn't going to be the type of husband that was going to allow me to do all the work in the house while he watches the television and reads the newspaper. So that was something that I found very attractive. And I believe that young men should be industrious. They should be able to help themselves, and they should be able to be helpful in the home.
Yes, I believe so too. But often what happens, for some parents, what they do, the female is at home doing all the work while the boy can go on the street, roam, play football, talk with his friends. But it should be balanced. Life is about balance, and anything that is not balanced will topple over. So the boys as well as the girls should learn all aspects of home duties, because you will never know what you will face in life. So when you are prepared for that, then it won't hit you by surprise, especially when the college year steps in and you have to go boarding, and if you can't manage on your own, and if you don't have the money to pay someone, then you're in for a big surprise.
Right. So what about when two persons work? Because both of us have full-time jobs and we have children of our own. So we're out early in the mornings and we come in late at night. And what about when we may not have a helper to get certain things done in the home? How does that work? You mentioned about balance. Can we really create balance in our lives this way?
For the family to work and work together, there must be first communication. Mm-hmm. And when you're communicating well, then you will understand what the other person can do and what they can't. And based on the time that you have, the person who goes home first, that's the one should start the dinner. That's the one should start the laundry. That's the one should start the dishes. And so it don't make sense you go home hungry And then you are saying, what time my wife coming home? What time she picking up the kids? No, it's all about partnership. In Genesis 2 and verse 18, God told Adam that I will make a helpmeet for you. Not a helper, not a slave. So the husband should not watch his wife doing all the work or vice versa, but they should work together. For me, I'm the one who have more flexible time. So I'm the one who, if I go home, then I will cook, I will wash, I will clean, because my time is more flexible. And when I wash everything. I don't pick and choose what to wash. I don't want my wife to be burnt out and leave me alone. So I try to do as much as possible to compliment her, and she does as well to compliment me.
Our relationship is about partnership. We complement each other, and where something is not done and I am able to do it, once I have the time to do it, I would chip in and do that, and we work together, because all the duties of the home still needs to be taken care of, and so we work together. It's a partnership that we have. And as he mentioned about being burnt out, because wives, when you have all the responsibilities and you are taking care of everything and the pressures are on you, you work full-time, you come home and then you have full-time work, you have full-time motherly responsibilities, it's going to be very difficult to have full-time wife responsibilities. So it's really helpful when husbands offer that level of support. At least it helps you to offset some of those things that you would have, and then make time for each other.
Yes, and imagine having a frustrated day at work and come home expecting your husband to assist you. You come see him on playing game while there's no food to be eaten, the dishes in the sink, and the laundry is being piled up. Right. So husbands, you have to play your part to make your wife comfortable. And guess what? When you take care of her needs, she will take care of yours.
Right, definitely. I do believe that. And the other point about our children, taking care of our children and offering support that way. Yes, we have a toddler and we have a 9-year-old, well, almost 10. And how do we work together with the upbringing of our children? He offers as much support as possible in the home with the children. What are some other ways that you offer support with our children?
Yes, I offer support by help making the tea, changing the diaper, help put baby to bed, and even to have these presentations. Then I will have to take the baby at least for an hour so she can get to minister to you. Those are some of the ways I've been assisting with the children. And another thing too, I am the one who, for the most part, will go on the road. If she asks me for anything, I will go and pick it up and get it to them as soon as I possibly can.
Right, and we have like a family time at least once a week where we schedule. That's the evening that we spend time together as a family. And we have our time. We set out different nights for different things during the week, and so we can be intentional about building time with our family, spending quality time with our family and spending time together, because our relationship is important to us. And not because we are so busy, we have to make time for what matters most to us. And even when it comes on to discipline on our children, he offers significant support that way, because you know that in some homes you have the mom will say, oh, wait until your dad gets home, or the mother may allow the father to deal with all the discipline with the children. He supports me in that way. So we have a united effort when it comes on to raising our children. Our daughter can speak to him about anything, can speak to me about anything, and we play together, we have fun together, we do a lot of things together. As a couple, we just schedule time for ensuring that our family relationship comes first. So even with the picking up from school, we alternate. And when it comes on to homework, he will assist with some subjects, I'll assist with some subjects. So we're very flexible in terms of how we operate as a unit, as a family unit.
Yes, because life is all about balance. So the strong heroes, she work stick to the strong heroes and help in that area, and I stick to mine and help in my area. Another thing that couples need to learn. For instance, you are a male, and because of how you were grown, you don't know how to do certain home duties. You can't cook as you would love to. You can't iron, and maybe you can't even wash the dishes. But I don't believe that your wife would always want to do those things. So what you need to do when she's doing them, you need to go beside her and have the desire to learn, so that she can teach you, and vice versa. The husband can teach the wife. Because for me, I don't want to be cooking all the time. I don't want to be washing all the time or ironing all the time. But when the other party learn how to do these things, then they can share the duty. And for me, I don't like to eat out of paper plate. Meaning, I don't like to eat on the road. I like to eat at home.
Right, another thing is that for ladies, whenever your husband tries to do something for you, and even if it's not done according to how you would like it, still show appreciation to your husband. Don't complain about how it wasn't done or that it wasn't done properly, but thank your husband for the effort that he has put in to make sure that he does these things. And I, after 12 years, still thank Robert for helping with the different things. I thank him for dinner, I thank him if he irons, and I just show my appreciation because I really appreciate it. I know that he could have been doing something else, he could have been elsewhere, but he has chosen to assist me, and I'm grateful for that. So I express my appreciation, and I always do, because I believe that that's very important, to show appreciation. Acknowledge your partner, let them feel appreciated, because that goes a far way in how they feel in wanting to help and wanting to give you that level of support.
Yes, and remember, in life, don't compete, but complete, and be the best you can be, and you'll surprise to know how far that will take you.
As it relates to our spiritual journey, right? We hold each other accountable, because that requires support as well. Even though we're a Christian family, we have devotions together. But outside of that, we encourage our 9-year-olds to have our personal devotion. And we both have our personal devotions. And when I'm not reading as much spiritual books or the Bible as I should, Robert helps to keep me accountable in that way as well. He encourages me, and I really appreciate that. And even when he may feel a little bit down, I'm there to offer that kind of support and encouragement.
Yes, because what we need to know is that no man is an island. No man can stand alone. And there are times when you are high on the mountain, but there are days when you might fall in the valley. And you need someone not to push you down any further, but to hold your hand and take you out. And by doing that, you will help to maintain the physical health of your partner and also the spiritual health. Yes, so we just encourage you to find a way to encourage your partner in all aspects. That will bring joy to your relationship.
Right. And we just have like 2 more aspects. And these are as it relates to goals and growth. Because when you're in a relationship, the need for personal growth is very important. For instance, my husband, if he should decide to further his education or to learn a new skill in some area, I should be that one, and I'm there to help to support him, to assist him in whatever way he needs assistance so he can develop and grow personally. And likewise, when I have a course or some development, even with this YouTube channel that I'm doing now, he's offering a lot of support there. He has shared that with you. Growth and personal development is really important and essential for helping to keep that relationship alive. The final aspect that I wanted to talk about is space, giving your wife space. Is there a need for that? Or after you're married, all the friends go on the back burner and all the friends don't have that level of relationship that you once had before you got married? Should that be so, or should we still value and still find time to spend time away from each other with our friends? How do you view that?
Yes, just before I answer that question, as you spoke about growth, just remember that anything is not growing is dying. Yes, and to the second question now. Persons need their space, because remember that is two individuals come together to form a union, to form a marriage. So the wife needs her space and the husband needs his space. All you need to do is to communicate with your husband. So if he needs to come home a little earlier on Wednesday so that you can have that extra hour, that extra 2 hours, that extra 3 hours to go out and do whatever with your friends, then he should allow that and make arrangement for that, and vice versa. The wife should also give the husband his space.
Right. And so that's what we wanted to share with you today. I hope that you found this very beneficial and that it will help you in your relationship with your spouse. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you haven't done so already. And until next time, I will see you in the next one.
Bye bye.